Weren't
they protesting Julius Caesar too?
Yeah, that's what it was.
It
was Caesar.
They killed the king. This is obviously about Trump.
Yeah, you know what?
I think one of them.
This play was just written. It's very new.
Right. Yeah. Well, one of the productions had the person looking like Trump.
Right.
And they were like, "This would never happen under Obama." Well, actually, it did.
Yeah.
It did twice. Yeah. And there was no big deal.
Do they just do the same production every time with whoever is president?
I think it was a different company, but yeah,
that's
different.
One of the things about Shakespeare. You generally don't change the text that much.
But you can rework it, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was in a very brilliant post-Armageddon Macbeth production
with me.
While attending the University of Missouri.
Where were you? What was your part?
I was one of Oberon's minions.
I was narrator, and I was messenger number 2. And if you read the script, there is no messenger number 2. But they made
some reworking. But
they made me a part. Basically, he was like, "You want to be in this thing?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, there's no part for you. I could make you messenger 2.
You were also in 12. What is it? 12 Hitlers?
Yes, too many Hitlers.
Too many Hitlers.
What?
I was in a play last year called Too Many Hitlers.
Okay. I think one is too many.
We agree. But in this case, even for Nazis, it was too many Hitlers.
Oh, boy.
It was a brilliant show. Shout out to Steve Benequist, writer and performer in that show.
Yeah, it was the end of the war, and various Hitlers are being put into bunkers.
Like all the decoys?
They're all decoys, or at least maybe one of them.
So it's like Orphan Black, but with Hitler.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Speaking of Hitler, it is Holocaust Remembrance Day.
Yes.
Oh,
so
is it?
It is.
Auschwitz.
Bergen-Belsen. There were a lot of camps. That's one of the things for Jews of my generation. When you meet a Jew who's like in the same age bracket. And you ask, where'd you go to camp? Totally different meaning than when your grandparents.
Oh my God.
You're gonna burn. You're gonna burn for that one.
Yes, I am. But
it's funny because Auschwitz, as a name for a summer camp, totally dropped off after the 40s.
And you're gonna join him.
True story. This was actually when I went.
Would you rather go to theater camp or?
Well, it was very theatrical in ways. I shout out to my camp, Young Judea, great Zionist youth movement. And it's funny because they had one campground that they were renting every summer when I was a camper. But then when I went back as a counselor, they went to another campsite that was on County Road SS. And the property manager was a guy named Keith Eichmann.
Oh, wow.
And one of the nicest guys in the world. He was like totally cool, really nice. But yeah, the irony of a Jewish summer camp on Route SS.
Wow.
Run by Eichmann.
Now, did you guys...
We all survived. We all got out. We had stories.
Did you prank and maybe do stuff with the nearby Palestinian camp?
No, they're
all going to burn. I'm telling you, they're going to burn. They're building the fires now.
This was rural Wisconsin.
They were way better at skipping rocks.
Letting the Jews in. Oh. Yeah, their camp had no glass houses.
Did any of you go to camp?
I went to camp once, and I never had to go back again because I tried to run away.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
Oh.
It was just a regular summer camp, but I hated it. And so I disappeared into the woods for a few hours. And
wow.
Everyone was looking for me, thought I was dead, and then I just came back when I felt like it. And they were like, okay, you can go home early.
Sweet.
No, that same camp, though, was where I almost died because one of the counselors threw me into the pool because I told him I couldn't swim.
Oh.
And he was like, this is how you learn how to swim. And it didn't work.
Yeah. You sunk like a rock.
Yeah. And I was down there until someone dove in and got me out.
Wow.
Also, this guy didn't have any arms. So this was a very traumatic experience
Plus,
overall.
Wait,
okay, let's go back on
how
that.
Did he,
the guy with no arms is
how
the one
he
who
couldn't
saved
dive
you?
into
No, the guy with no arms is the one who threw me in.
How did he do that?
He had very strong stumps.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. Just old joke about the drummer from Def Leppard who was charged with assaulting his. I don't remember if it was his wife or his girlfriend, but he was choking her at an airport. And this is a guy who has one arm, so it's like I can't support anyone choking their wife or girlfriend or whatever. But you kind of got to admire.
It's just half a choke.
It's like just the amount of skill. So that's horrible.
Yeah.
But damn, guy with stumps
that is
threw you into a
impressive.
pool. It's
I did have a guy with no arms tell me that I was going to drown because he said he could swim and I couldn't. So basically, he could move.
I mean, he's going to float no matter what.
Right.
well, it takes him half as long to put the water wings on.
Yeah.
I'd just like to, since you brought up Def Leppard, and the guy beat his girlfriend with one arm, and I'd like to quote my friend Mike Bundy, who said, "Who can't see where that punch is coming from?" Anyway, that's wrong, and I can't believe Tymon said that.
Yeah.
Horrible. But getting back on track quickly,
Sure.
just to sort of
Sure.
move off the Holocaust Remembrance Day topic, just want to remind everyone that in Donald Trump's eyes, there were apparently very fine people on both sides.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
never forget.
We're
as-
waiting for him to make
as
that
we say.
statement. Yes.
Now he went to Davos.
He went to Davos, Switzerland to get in with the rich kids club.
Yeah. Apparently they didn't mind the booze. The booze came, but apparently the billionaires like what he was saying.
Yeah, well,
Oh, really?
because he has helped make them a shitload of money on the stock market.
Right.
And, for everyone who bitches about George Soros or, any liberal billionaire trying to do something with their money to make the world better. These clowns in Davos this week, they proved that they made their money by being bought.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I was thinking about after listening to his speech in Davos was that, and, of course, I have never held elected office, so can't say it's easy, but it is very logical to understand that it is easier to rule in a way that makes things profitable. It is much more difficult to rule in a way that makes things profitable while also being ethical. And, this is where the whole Stormy Daniels thing, yes, everybody, nobody is surprised. Oh, Trump fucked a porn star, cheated on his wife. Kind of like he cheated on the other two wives.
And
the biggest surprise is that he didn't marry the porn star.
Well, the one guy lost his job for even being with him, but Trump's moving on. What's the guy when he said grab him in the pussy? I mean,
Billy Bush.
Billy
Bush loses his job. He lost his job.
Yep.
NBC
There are
fires
repercussions,
him. Yeah. You hang with this guy, everybody else is going to get fired. This guy is going to get a pass.
But that's when he talks about America first and his whole agenda as he's been trying to enact it through the graces of wonderful people like Steve Miller and Steve Bannon and a bunch of other racist hacks who aren't named
Just all the
Steve.
Steves.
Yeah, it's many Steves.
If you had a baby this year and you named your baby Steve, you're garbage.
Yeah, I agreed. And we were throwing props to Steve Benequist earlier. So there are some good, not all. I'm sure there are some good Steves out there.
Not this year.
But yeah, when you send us your Steves, you're sending us your rapists, your drug dealers,
And some of them are,
are
very good people.
good people. But yeah, he talks about how people are going to stop laughing at America, and no, they have started laughing anew. And what used to make America great was that, yeah, we did a lot of shitty things, and we still do, but we at least tried to do some good in the world, to try to make the world a better place. That previous presidents, whether or not you agreed with them politically, when they discussed making things fair, using the term fair, they meant equivocal.
Okay, but also
Fair,
America
not-
First means, except for Puerto Rico, Chicago.
Yeah.
Flint.
And anywhere that didn't vote for Trump,
Uh-huh.
or where there's, I don't know, people
California.
of color.
Well, Afghanistan right now with the problems that they're having.
Oh,
is
the
being-
kid raping.
Yeah, well, no, the bombings that they've
Oh,
been having
that
that are
too.
up over there. I mean, beforehand, I mean, he's not paying attention to everything that's going on. He quit backing Pakistan. He pissed off Pakistan. He's pissing off all our, the people who are, we're supposed to be coming together with. He's thinking it's better off if they're all on their own. No, jackass. That was the whole thing, was to bring everybody together.
Well, I mean, it's not his fault that he's not up on this information. If it's not trending on Twitter, then he's not going to know about it.
Yeah, he is brain dead on that situation. He just
Maybe we can, John Oliver is already buying commercial space on Fox and Friends. Maybe if who sells ads on the Gorilla Channel?
By the way, it's not just Steve's. There's been a sex scandal involving the name David as well. David Copperfield.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to
Good
say,
old days.
I'm like, wait,
Going
what did I
down.
do now?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not just that he's going down; it's that he was allegedly going down on a 16 or 17-year-old
Yeah.
against her will.
Well, hey, did you hear that Kevin Spacey's brother said that he's just like Dad? He's another Hitler. He's like a Nazi or something.
Yeah. Do you know about Kevin Spacey's brother?
a Nazi?
His brother. His brother said that Kevin Spacey is as bad as his dad, which is a Nazi. He called his dad a Nazi, basically a Nazi.
A really horrible dad. But
Huh?
the weird thing. So
I didn't
Kevin
know this.
Spacey's brother is a Rod Stewart lookalike who drives a limo. So you get him to drive your limo, and he's got many outfits that he will wear and dressed as Rod Stewart.
Oh,
He might not get you to your destination, but Maggie may.
I knew there was a music lyric joke
Had to
coming
be.
in there. That's 90% of what David does.
Okay.
No, actually 90% of what Jeremy Lee does.
75%.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, he's spilled the beans on their childhood, horrible childhood. But Kevin Spacey, also a horrible guy on his own.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, there we are. By the way, I just saw All the Money in the World, where they replaced Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, really good movie. And surprising how much Christopher Plummer's in it, considering how quickly they filmed it.
Well, that even had a Me Too moment, because she felt that she wasn't getting the money that Mark Wahlberg was getting.
Yeah.
And because it cost $38 million.
It's only because she didn't ask for it.
Well, the thing is, it's her agent's job.
Yeah, they screwed her over for
And-
not
and-
letting her
and-
know what's going on.
And they also represent Mark Wahlberg. And it's like,
Same agency, not the same agent. I mean,
that's true.
you know.
That's true, but I don't know. They keep secrets from each other? I don't know. But yeah, she was like willing to be, I'll work for, just pay me my per diem.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Wahlberg's like, yeah, I'm going to need $1.5 million.
Right.
Wahlberg made like $60 million last year.
He was the highest paid actor.
And he is in demand, and he's working all the time. So I can kind of see where it becomes a thing like that, where he does get $1.5 million to.
Well,
for a few days.
Monique wants her money.
Yeah.
Monique is all over and cursing out, going off on Oprah. She said, "Hey, you guys need to pay me."
It would be nice if Netflix, instead of giving 3 people $100 million for stand-up, they gave 100 people, $1 million. Dollars.
Yeah, they might have overpaid for the Dave Chappelle specials. They're pretty good. I liked them, even though. Yeah. Well, there's some issues with them, but they were very. I mean, there's some funny stuff, but he kind of cranked them out, So
yeah. Well, also they're paying. I mean, she shot her wad after her debacle with winning the Oscar. That's what happened with Monique. I mean, she pissed off a lot.
I don't remember with that.
Well, she was supposed to show up in Cannes and she refused. Oprah called her. Everybody called her because they were trying to promote the film. And she's talking about, well, I need to spend time with my husband because me and my husband ain't been together in a while, and I need to be with my husband.
Why you got to do her? She doesn't even talk like that.
Oh, are you standing up from her? Doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, she did
Tymon,
sound like
Tymon,
that.
I find your African American accent insulting.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can get even more ghetto.